Okay, picture this. You're staring into the absolute abyss of deep space, and suddenly, the abyss shouts back. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to unpack one of the most thrilling, real-life cosmic mysteries of modern astronomy. It's a story that absolutely forces us to question our entire place in the universe.
So, we're going to start our story way back in August of 1977. The Big Ear radio telescope over at Ohio State University was just doing its thing, scanning the cosmos, when it suddenly picked up an incredibly powerful signal coming straight from the Sagittarius constellation. And look, this wasn't just some subtle blip, right? It was this blaring cosmic siren that immediately jumped out from all the usual data.
Now, what's really wild is that this totally unprecedented signal lasted for exactly 72 seconds, and there's a practical reason for that. See, the Big Ear telescope was completely fixed in place. So, 72 seconds was the exact amount of time it took for the Earth's rotation to sweep past that one specific point in the sky. Basically, for just over a minute, this massive burst of energy completely washed over our planet, and then it just disappeared forever, like a fleeting little whisper from the void.
Which brings us to part 1 of our explainer, the incident, and this incredible 72-second space anomaly.
Right away, scientists realized they couldn't just brush this off as normal cosmic static or background noise. It was what they call a narrow-band radio signal, and it was transmitting at a frequency that was actually remarkably close to the hydrogen line. And why does that matter? Well, that is the exact frequency scientists had long predicted an alien civilization would use to communicate. It just stood out so sharply from the normal hum of the universe. Nobody knew who or honestly what sent it, but the data was undeniable.
So let's move into part 2, the reaction and how this mystery actually got its famous name.
A few days later, an astronomer named Jerry Amen was going through the computer printouts. He was so utterly shocked by this massive spike in the data that he literally grabbed a red pen, circled the anomaly right there on the paper, and just wrote one single word in the margin: "Wow." That one spontaneous reaction pretty much cemented its title forever. From that moment on, it became officially known as the WOW signal.
All right, moving on to part 3, the investigation and the desperate search for answers.
Because, for decades after that incredible day, the scientific community didn't just throw their hands up and quit. Scientists systematically pointed their own telescopes back to that exact same location in the sky, staring deep into that specific patch of space, just waiting for the signal to return. But the mystery actually only got deeper, because it never came back. Just total, absolute silence. So, with the signal completely gone, they had to start brainstorming suspects. I mean, what was it? Could it have been some erratic, distant star? Maybe a super rare, never-before-seen natural phenomenon, kind of like a passing comet? Or, considering how highly specific that frequency was, a lot of people naturally had to ask, was this actually a beacon from an intelligent civilization?
This brings us to part 4, the irony, and honestly a pretty tragic missed cosmic connection.
Because when you look at the sequence of events here, it's just incredibly frustrating. At 0 seconds, the signal hits Earth. At 72 seconds, it completely vanishes back into the void. But the real kicker, humans didn't actually notice the data until days later. By the time Jerry Amen was writing WOW on that printout, the transmission was already long gone. If it really was a message meant for us, well, our chance to aim our dishes back and actually reply in real time had entirely passed us by.
Let's look at part 5 now, the aftermath and what remains the ultimate unsolved question. I mean, just think about this for a second. Back in 1977, we were working with pretty basic computing and radio tech, right? Today, we have these massive arrays of telescopes that are exponentially more sensitive. And yet, despite all of our crazy modern advancements, absolutely no one has been able to explain what created that spike. We are literally no closer to solving the WOW signal today than we were all those decades ago. We're basically left staring at two equally staggering possibilities. On one hand, maybe it was just a bizarre, incredibly rare cosmic accident. But on the other hand, maybe, just maybe, for those brief 72 seconds in 1977, humanity wasn't alone. For just over a minute, we might have literally brushed up against another intelligence out there in the vast dark. Our universe is unimaginably huge, and this whole thing leaves us with a really haunting final thought. Perhaps the biggest mystery isn't even whether aliens exist out there in the dark. Maybe it's whether we've already heard them and we simply missed our one chance to say hello. Anyway, that wraps up this explainer. Make sure to subscribe if you want to dive into more real mysteries that still have absolutely no answers.